From the University of Florida's College of Journalism and Communications, you're watching WUFT News.
This is your WFT News update on Facebook for Monday, July 25th. I'm Maria Victoria Camacho.
And I'm Mariana Larsen. Thank you for joining us. Months after a teenager fell to his death from an Orlando attraction, a proposed bill hopes to make thrill rides safer. Amanda Dukes explains.
Agriculture Commissioner Nikki Fried joined Senator Randolph Bracy and Representative Geraldine Thompson to propose stricter regulations for thrill rides at Florida's smaller theme parks.
This is not a Democrat or Republican issue. This is a safety issue.
The announcement comes as Fried's agency continues to investigate the death of 14-year-old Tyree Sampson, who fell from the Orlando free fall ride at Icon Park in March. The framework for what lawmakers plan to call the Tyree Sampson bill would strengthen requirements for ride inspections, maintenance, and certification. It will also require more accident reporting, safety signage for riders, and employee training. Sampson was 100 pounds over the weight limit established by the manufacturer of the free fall ride, and Representative Thompson wants to be sure weight limits are clearly posted.
And so we want to make sure that the signage includes everything so that the potential rider is informed.
It also came to light that the seat Sampson was in had been adjusted according to a report from the state. Senator Bracy emphasized making sure employees are better monitored.
I think we need new positions for unannounced visits, checking to make sure employees are properly trained.
When asked if the proposed legislation would apply to the big theme parks like Disney and Universal, Fried said it would not, because current law allows the larger parks to self-inspect their rides.
The exemption for our large theme parks is a totally separate issue, and removing that exemption would have to be done by the legislature. So I think the better question is whether or not the legislature has the desire or the political will to actually do that.
The proposed legislation will be introduced when state lawmakers reconvene in March.
Former President Trump spoke to young conservative activists this weekend in Tampa. About 3,000 young people attending this year's Turning Point Summit. Trump told them they are on the front line of a struggle that will determine the future of America. The young conservatives are supportive of Trump running for president again. Trump won the conference straw poll with nearly 80% support. Florida Governor Ron DeSantis to 19%. South Dakota Governor Kristi Noem finished with 1%, ahead of Nikki Haley, Mike Pompeo, Mike Pence, and Ted Cruz. A new nationwide poll shows an increase in voters not wanting Trump to run. Of course, that varies by party. 86% of Democrats, 56% of independents, and 32% of Republicans. Among Republicans, that percent has increased in recent weeks from largely a quarter to a third. The trend is probably due to the January 6th committee. The committee is now debating what to do in August and whether to hold more hearings in September. NBC6 Chris Pollon has the latest from Washington.
Only one thing was achieving President Trump's
Its public hearing's over for now, but the committee investigating the January 6th Capitol riot is still working.
The floodgates have opened. We thought that the hearing this week would be the final hearing. But so many more witnesses has come forward.
One potential witness the committee wants to hear from, conservative activist Virginia Thomas, wife of Supreme Court Justice Clarence Thomas.
If we need to, we will subpoena her and get the information. We're not out to get anybody. We're out to get information and get that information to the American people.
Thomas has come under scrutiny for messages she sent to former Trump Chief of Staff Mark Meadows questioning the 2020 election results, and to Republican officials in Arizona whom she reportedly pressed to help overturn the Trump election loss. Committee members know serving Thomas with a subpoena to testify would be controversial, but insist it might be necessary.
If they have information or a role in an effort to overturn an election, yes, they're not excluded from examination.
The committee also wants to know what happened to Secret Service text messages from January 5th and 6th. A criminal investigation is underway to figure out why those messages were apparently deleted.
So we want answers to that.
Thursday's primetime hearing focused on former President Trump's inaction for more than 3 hours as his supporters overran the Capitol. He continues to insist he did nothing wrong.
But they're coming after me because I'm standing up for you.
The former president repeating once again the lie the election was rigged and stolen from him. Chris Pallone, NBC News, Washington.
A heat wave in the northeast has people flocking to the beaches this weekend, only to discover some were closed due to shark sightings. A beach on Long Island shut down after a flurry of sightings, and in one spot a shark washed ashore. A UF expert told the Today Show this is usually because small fish happen to be swimming closer to the shore, luring in the sharks.
If they get close enough to shore where there's people that are swimming, then they bump into them and the sharks mistake the people for the food that they're after, and occasionally people get bitten.
We've been seeing those kinds of heat waves in our area too. Vicki, how have you been dealing with the heat?
I have been enjoying by the pool. What about you?
I've been spending my time by the lake. Let's take a quick look at the forecast. The 6-day forecast shows temperatures in the mid-90 degrees across the board with the highest chance of rain on Wednesday. Showers and storms are most likely in the afternoon. Tonight, there will be chances of isolated showers and temperatures in the lower 70s.
That is your WFT News update on Facebook. You can also follow us on Twitter and Instagram at WFT News.
And remember, your Florida news is always on at WUFT.org. For all of us here at WUFT News, I'm Mariana Larsen.
And Maria Victoria Camacho. Take care.